Hi, Michael. Would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself and what brought you into working with children in care?
Sure, my name is Michael Bray. Many years ago, I was asked to go in and investigate an agency that was working group homes for kids in care. And I went in and saw what was happening and the level of care that was actually abysmal. And I worked with that organization for about 7 months and left. There was too many things going on. I didn't want to get dragged into it. I came back and started up again in more with a foster care type situation. And we had a youth come to live with us, or in a home, and I was sent in. He was 11, 10 or 11 at the time, extremely high needs. I've been working there for several months, and they asked me right away to set up a home. And I did that out in Chilliwack. I relocated and spent 3.5 years working with him and supporting him with reintegrating back with his family, and got to know the family really well. They're nice people, and spent several years doing that. I took a break. When I came back, I was asked to move and relocate to Langley, which I did, and I set up a home there. Had a number of kids come and stay. Some were short term, some were a little longer, 3 years or more, until they aged out at 19, and provided, I think, a great home environment for them. Took care of their needs as best as I could, and some staff helped me. We worked with kids with fetal alcohol, autism, psychosis, recently now schizophrenia, and just different gender ideology issues coming out with that and trying to deal with that. And yeah, so I did that in Langley, and then I went from doing the foster care to starting Cedar Valley Community Living, an organization I've run for 12 years up until recently. We moved and relocated everything to Abbotsford, where I was there most of the time now. And I've had upwards of 30 kids go through. Some of them stayed with us for 3 to 5 years, and others sometimes were like a short-term overnight thing before they were going on to the next placement that was set up for them. Again, the same kind of issues, the fetal alcohol, psychosis, schizophrenia, autism, and just sometimes needing a place to go because family issues or it was breaking down. We've had anything from a 2-year-old up to an 18-year-old. And the 2-year-old's pretty cute and fun. We've had kids who were 18, and as you know, kids do, sometimes they act like a 2-year-old, but that's what we have. But kids are generally they're fun. Once they feel safe and heard, and I think they start to settle in with us. And I think people, if they've done this kind of work, they're familiar with Maslow's hierarchy of needs. I always called it Michael's hierarchy of needs. I would look to see what their immediate needs were and then start filling those. And I call them like the buckets are empty. So they wanted the clothes, they wanted the shoes, so they feel the same as every other kid. And so we take care of that. That was an easy one. In between that, getting that sort of stuff filled in, I try and slip in a dental visit. And I'd look and try and get them hooked up with a GP or a pediatrician. And then we start trying to get some counseling in or get some medications because most of the kids are on medications. And sometimes it took a while to get that stuff straightened out. And we get the doctors and we get all the care team built around the kids. And that was our focus. And the well-being of the kids. And providing a nice, safe, calm, as much as possible home for them so that they felt like this was their home. And for the most part, over the years, it worked. Most of the kids come to stay, and they felt like it was their home, which is nice when a child who's had a lot of trauma in their background will call it home or call us auntie, uncle. I get called grandpa or dad sometimes. And yeah, that's kind of what we do.
Yeah, thank you.